Woo! Welcome.
What up? What up? It's King. It's Moni. It's Jeesh. And this is We Have That at Home.
Height.
Turn
Welcome.
up for the second live.
Yes, thank y'all all for tuning in last week. We were so excited. A touch nervous, but we're professionals, you know.
And we made it clear. The people loved it.
Yes, thank you for all your feedback, comments, support. We really appreciate it.
What's something good that has happened this week?
Well, we used to do that, didn't we?
Yes.
Can we sing our song?
Huh?
Can we sing our song?
What's the song?
You know the song. 1, 2. You don't know the song? 3. Shine a light on her. Hey!
Shine a light on her. Hey! I forgot about that.
I know. We used to do that. It's so cute.
We did. What are we shining a light on this week?
This week, you got stuff, Kimmy?
Huh?
You got stuff?
I thought I did, but I can't remember what it was. See, that's why I'm supposed to have.
You know, we old and stuff. It's okay. But my positive has nothing to do with anybody else. Atmosphere here, y'all. I am in Vegas enjoying myself. It was like 100 degrees the past few days in the afternoon, but it's not like New York. That dry heat, you know, it's different, and it just has been wonderful. Like, I'm relaxing. I got a little atmosphere, scenery back here, you know.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Come on, Vegas.
Shout out to vacation. Even like, you don't have to like go international and stuff like that. Stay safe, wear your mask, do what you got to do. But like, you need to do stuff. Get out.
How was your plane ride with the mask?
Let me tell you something. First of all, no, I am in a hotel right now with my friend, and she's over there laughing because we took the cheapest of Spirit flights.
It was not a requirement.
Spirit does not care about the people.
Spirit let you ride without your mask?
No. You had to wear the mask, but the flight was packed. You know, I was one seat apart. Every seat was taken. We were dead next to each other, and every seat was taken. The flight was packed.
Oh my gosh! Sardines.
Sardines in the Spirit bus.
My goodness.
But the flight was like under $100.
That's what's up.
So, you know, I'm here. I'm alive.
We had that at home.
Good.
Yeah, and just to mention, Brother Jeesh is here having a little bit of technical difficulties, but he's speaking to us from the beyond.
Hello, Brother Jeesh.
You know, the mystical Jeesh.
Right. We'll take it. Do you have any goodness to share this week, Brother Jeesh?
I'm still going strong, drug free.
Yo, my friend was like, when we were sitting at something, she was like, that was the best part of that.
Everybody who knows me knows I love a good high note when I can do it, okay? And now I remember what my highlight of the week was. I became an ordained minister, and I got to know 2 of my good friends this past weekend.
Beautiful.
Congratulations to Lewis and Amar on your marriage, you newlyweds.
Yes, go live your best. Y'all should be in Vegas with me.
Right. I'm only in Vegas. What you do in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Hello.
So that was super exciting, and it was a success, and it was fun. And Holla.
Amazing. Congratulations to you and them.
Yes. Okay.
What a piece of good personal news this week. How beautiful.
Yeah, we got some things to talk about. So, what are we getting into first?
I think we need to get into the things that are on the tip of everybody's tongue. Things have happened in the past week since we've been on. First of all, I mean, I know. Do you want to get into the political stuff first? Should we push it out of the way?
I think that the top thing that people are talking about are them taxes.
Oh my gosh! Yes. Them taxes.
Though.
Is Trump doing them? Is he not doing them? Do we even have to do them anymore? I'm my president down.
Listen, they said he paid $750 in taxes.
What do you put a label on the end of that? $750, 750,000, 750 pennies. What?
Yeah, 750 pennies. Right. It's ridiculous. So like he never, usually the requirement is that the presidential hopeful has to turn over their financial information and share their tax information with us and things like that. And he's never done that. He keeps talking about what he may potentially do one day, but like that's part of the requirement. It must not be that much of a requirement because he ain't do it.
There are no
requirements. Trying to find that.
Everything that man has done in office, people have told him he can't do, and he did it anyway. Like that is straight up will.
Right.
And I don't know what type of magic he possesses, but like how can you just not do that? He got impeached, not get taken out of office. He's just doing what he wants. And he's like, I don't know, figure out a way to.
Listen, it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't get it. But I guess if they letting them do it, what's the point of complaining? A lot of people are bringing up a lot of the tax laws give tax breaks for the rich, and that's what they're there for. We don't know about them. We don't do the tax write-offs, things like that. But I still think that it's extremely ridiculous for him to be paying such low taxes. Like, that's some people's rental payment.
But that is the way it works because if I watch a lot of like financial things and like listen to stuff, and even it's not even just like white people, it's everybody who's in the financial world that they know all the like tips and tricks. They know you can write off everything and pay barely nothing in your taxes. But when that's when you're itemizing, that's when you're itemizing. And if you're not doing that, if you're going to the H&R Block or the local Jackson Hewitt, they're giving you that package with those standard ass deductions or whatever it is, and they charge you mad money, and they're not even like going through your stuff like that. Like it's a scam.
Right.
Really to get money from the lower, like I did not even lower because like it's like super rich and not super rich.
Right. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like because they showed like what everybody was paying with their spouses. Everybody's paying at least a few $100,000 in taxes. Like I don't get. He's clearly a good scammer. Period.
Have the fur coat on and the wig.
I was pissed. Like I paid more than $750 in 1 year for taxes. Like
that doesn't make sense. I know it's not right just by hearing that. Brother Jeesh is keeping this chat alive though. Y'all give us comments and stuff. He said I need Trump's guy to do my taxes. Word up.
I love that, Jeesh.
Yes.
We all need that. Listen.
That shit is supposed to be for us.
You make me want to hire somebody.
You better get you the right person. It's hard to find a good tax person, though. You need to like have a connection.
They said, "Listen, you give me this check. Whatever I'm not going to have you pay, you give me it in a check."
I'm assuming you see.
It's a mess. In political news, we also got our girl, Miss Breonna Taylor, R.I.P.
Breonna Taylor.
I mean, that's been a mess in itself. We got the verdict just this past week, and there was no justice.
No, and like the meme that's popping right now, and I don't know like every nitty gritty detail, but it was like that he got charged for, I forgot exactly what the charge was, but like for the shots that missed.
Shooting the neighbor's wall for endangerment. He got charged with endangerment.
What was it? Wanton endangerment?
Yeah. Was that, what is wonton? I didn't know what that was.
I think that means like random, like, you know, that it destroys the property. I think it's just that, like, it's a property thing and not a human lives thing.
Okay, I guess.
Ridiculous. No, I mean, come on. But you know, they said that whoever it was, the governor, mayor, whatever, was holding out for so long, the police chief and all these people. I don't know. How does, like, if people are like,
so now more things have been coming out.
Go ahead.
Yo, you over there with that Vegas connection? They're frying your internet.
Is it choppy?
And screwed.
No way.
But it's okay. So now they're trying to get the evidence to come out from Daniel Cameron because they feel like things aren't adding up, and that they like, what did you look at that made you feel like this was all the charges that this guy should have had?
I feel
like
it was
only him out of all the other people involved.
I feel like with everything going on, should have been escalated beyond the state. It should have went to the federal government, and it should have been tried in like a federal court. There's too much has been seen. There's too much pressure on it for like them to allow this case to just go left and people to sit. We are in political unrest right now. People are pissed and they are out in the streets again for the umpteenth time in 2020.
It's horrible
for a good reason.
Yes. But you know, they like to spin it and everybody's disrupting neighborhoods and being hoodlums.
I know. But I really want to know, like, what are we supposed to do now? Like, because that was like the holdout, right? We're waiting for this, We put pressure. Beyonce writes letters. We're on Instagram with all the stuff. And then now these people do whatever they want to do. We're not charging him for what he really did. This is what we're doing.
Over 100 days. Yeah. That's it. Over 100 days we waited for nothing. Nothing came of it. It was ridiculous.
And I really want to know what happens now. Like, what do we do? I have to do real research.
We'll see. Damn, I wish I had the names of the. Let me see. You know, Daniel Cameron, he made another statement. That man, he knows how to grind a year. He knows how to grind a year. Let me find it really quick.
Yes, but I mean, I don't know. This is so weird because I know there are a lot of like famous people with money advocating for this case, and I'm like, throw your money around. Isn't that what we do?
Yeah.
Like, throw it. Something happened.
I just had that conversation with somebody else. All right, I got the information. So a grand juror in the Breonna Taylor case has filed a motion accusing that man of hiding behind secrecy requirements while misleading the public about what evidence the grand jury actually saw, using them as a shield. He calls for disclosure of grand jury records. So they were granted that. So now all the records are going to come out. And Daniel Cameron's like, they're supposed to be private, but people want them to come out, so we're going to put them out. He said that it's meant to be a secretive body. It's apparent that the public interest in this case isn't going to allow that to happen.
What is that? Secretive body?
He wrote a whole statement basically saying that it's not going to be safe to roll this stuff out and to show it to the public, but
what do they mean a secret body? Like physically her body, or like body of work or body of stuff? Like, I don't.
Let me see.
That's
the evidence, the case.
Okay.
Yeah. The grand jury is meant to be a secretive body. It's a picture that the public interest in this case isn't going to allow that to happen. As the special prosecutor, our team has an ethical obligation not to release the recording from the grand jury proceedings.
I wonder
That's
what
what he's
they're
saying.
talking
And
about.
we stand by our belief that such a release could compromise the ongoing federal investigation and could have unintended consequences, such as poisoning the jury pool.
Mm.
The jury, no, it won't. So like they said there wasn't body cam footage. Body cam footage came out. They were searching for bullets from this boyfriend's gun. It didn't exist. They were in the video like, no, it's just us. It's just our bullets, blah, blah, blah. So what the boyfriend's account of what had happened seems to be what the truth is.
I want to see what's in these files and documents. They're making it seem like now, as you're saying that, I feel like if they put it out, something is going to come out that's going to make her look really bad.
Mm-hmm. That's what they want. They want her to look like she was involved in being a pusher, like a drug lord.
I don't care. Like, that's not going to change my opinion whatsoever. I don't care if she was actually a fucking queen pin running drugs wherever she was. You know what I'm saying? Like, that does not give permission to run up in somebody's house and shoot them while they sleep.
Because some of the factors is it was the wrong location. The person that they had the warrant for to go bust in his house was already locked up. All this stuff has gone by the wayside at this point. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Now it's
like there were factors that you should have never touched this front door, let alone shoot inside. So that's the crazy part.
We do something careless like that on our jobs. We're ready to get, reviewed, fired, whatever. Mm-hmm. You made a careless mistake. Your job is to report the address of where the crime is happening, and you fucked that up.
Right, period.
And you murdered somebody.
Yep, you murdered somebody.
And now people are mad, and you should lose your job for that. There were two things you needed to do. Get to the right place and make things safe for people. Like, there's too much other stuff going into it that have nothing, like, period. And it's the same thing I was saying about George Floyd. I don't care what they were doing in their lives. There were just things in those situations that should not have happened to anybody. And I'm so tired of all this, like, other stuff being brought in and discussed. It doesn't make sense.
Did you see the teacher who was getting cursed out by the mom?
No.
She was in the Zoom classroom, and the mom cussed out the teacher because the teacher was telling the students that George Floyd should not be honored, should not be recognized in the capacity that he is. And then one of the students that they flashed on in the Zoom call had a Trump 2020 thing here, which that's nothing. But for that teacher to be feeding that to the kids, she was cussing and everything else.
Yep. You know how much power teachers have? You know, like those things that you learn in school when you are younger, that gets ingrained and it goes with you. And it starts to like form like the way you think about things. And now they're going to remember that one instance because it's everywhere. They're all on the internet. My teacher, whatever grade, said that man was blah, 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 blah. No.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say. Like, there's so many stories that we share that has to do with our school and our classrooms and what our teachers have taught us or the effects long term that they've had. Like, and now parents are getting a front row seat. They're getting to hear it. Mm-hmm. In the classrooms. It's just too much.
No, too out of pocket. Hit it.
It's too
much. It's so good. It's so good.
Oh my gosh. Listen, speaking of too much, let's get into the next topic. Let's talk about it's a gamble.
It's a gamble.
What's a gamble?
It's a gamble. Y'all see that I'm in Vegas. So I am really thinking, right? I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, gambling has been become my thing over the past maybe like 2 years, 3 years or so. But I remember working with somebody and they used to be all the time like, oh, my husband loves to gamble. We're going to this casino. We're going to that casino. And I used to be like, oh my God, like very judgmental. Like, you're going to the casino and spending all your money in this place, like wasting your money in these machines, blah, blah, blah. And look at me now. I just want to know, like, how do you view gambling? And do you think, like, I don't know, Can it be just like a healthy way to have fun? Kimi, don't give me that face.
Maybe. I mean, I think it is. Like, I've had weekends where me and my friend, my bestie, would go to Delaware Park. Shout out to Delaware. And we would go every weekend we would go to Delaware Park. We weren't hard gamblers.
Mm-hmm.
But we would go there and play with the machines and get us a couple dollars. I would always win my money back. But I wasn't the type to go hard until I won big and lost it all again. I feel like with everything else, like with Mo got a story to tell. No. I feel like, look, if you're doing it a little bit, it's all good. If you're doing it occasionally, like, of course it's not healthy if you're doing it on that level where you're losing everything, winning everything, and losing everything again. Like, you got to be able to have some type of self-control. In my opinion, no judgment.
I agree. And I honestly, like, I had to look at myself in the mirror today. Because I came out here and I'm like, everybody's financial situation is different. I am super frugal, no matter how much money I have. And I'm like, I love a good deal. I'm always shopping for a sale or something like that. So even for me, the idea of going somewhere and putting my money in a machine and like it just going in the machine, right? I'm like, what's going on? But I was here and, like, full disclosure, I put like a few $100s. Like, I went to the ATM a few times, and I usually don't do that. But there was a time I won big.
Shout out to Big P. Go ahead.
Big. There's a time that I won, like, over $1,000, and I feel like I have that little itch now. Like, I feel like I got my machine. I know what machine I want to go to win. And I
just want to get into it.
Yes. Now I'm trying to win more than 1,000.
For real. I feel you. He said, Jeesh told me to be cheap. What does being cheap mean? Like, knowing your limits? Like, my limit was $100.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, I got an extra 100 to spend while I'm let's go do this thing, see what it's doing. And I had my joint that I like. My machine. And I look for the machine worldwide. Any casino I go in, I look for that machine.
That is the gambling way. That is how superstitious and ridiculous that thing is. Because I play the Wolves and the Buffaloes. And everywhere I go, I look for my Wolves first. If I don't see the Wolves, I look for the Buffaloes. I was in my girl, she was looking for the jackpot party machine. Went and asked security, like, do y'all have jackpot party? And it's like I swear, I even have to sit in the same chair. Because I feel like
somebody.
It's the magic. It's the magic.
I've never asked anybody, like, do you have this machine? I'm going to have to start doing that. Because I'll low-key walk around like a creep looking for my door.
Like, are you here?
Where's my baby? Where are you now? I be wanting it.
I hear these people talking about the money in the comments, stretching $20 for a week. Definitely, I can do that. I could pinch a penny, yo. I am good at it. I can feed people $20 5 days. I got you.
For real.
Not gonna lie, it made me a better favorite. Shout out to Jeesh. All right. We're gonna have to have a frugal section where we talk about monies with Jeesh.
Let me tell y'all how I do when it comes to gambling. I go in there with a $20 bill. I break that 20 into fives. And if I don't hit before that 20 is gone, I'm out of there.
Hey, that's discipline.
That's it.
I'm into the slot now. I've been sucked in. And I'm with the old people, son. They be in there like, you gotta sit at the same table. You gotta be there and play, and then it'll pay out for you. It's like a real hard. People be watching.
No, it's like it's a discernment thing. You gotta feel it. Once you feel it,
come on, discernment.
You feel it, you gotta get up and go.
It's a discernment. I have a.
Did he freeze or did I?
And what is going on?
What's going on?
They said, do what you can. Gamble on the line tonight. Hit me with a high note, Kimi. Go for it. To the heavens.
Right.
My cousin, she would win thousands and play their thousands till it's gone.
That's crazy.
And think she was gonna get it back, right? The whole time you think you're gonna get it back. Like I'm trying to be up again.
You ain't even stop at 500.
No,
you ain't even stop at $5.
Because $5, you could hit on that last $1.50 if you play.
Yeah.
You think
So do you do penny machine? Do you do a penny machine?
the penny machine? It usually works like it's 75 cents. It's a multiplier. You play straight with the first one, and then you could play $1.50. You double it. So it's like whatever you play, you get doubled. After that, it's like triple, quadrupled, and it's like 10 times or something. So it's like you have to play at least, like one of those multipliers to get big money. So I'll sit there and I'll start off with like 75 cents, and I'm like, that's not gonna get me money. Hit the fucking 150, then I'm at 225, then I'm at $3, and that shit is going down, 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 down. $3. That's every second. Three. I was sitting there like, it's gonna be this one. Come on, girl. Come on. Setting it, rubbing it. Like we here. We got it. Come on. It's a rush. It is a rush.
Okay. So you can go down to your last.
Absolutely, I do. Like, no. Not where I can't like pay my bills and like.
Right.
No. I come out with
catch the bus back home.
No. We need to be comfortable. But I will. Like I budget over. And the ATM in the casino is like $8, right?
I never touch anything other than the penny machine. My penny machine.
I mess with roulette. I love roulette.
Okay. I've never done that. I need to know what I'm doing.
No, it's fun. Roulette is so easy. It's literally chance, absolutely no skill.
Okay.
But I have my numbers. I go in there. I'm like 1, 2, 5, 17, 7, 11, 31, 35, 33. I do blackjack.
Huh?
I said I do blackjack.
Okay.
I sat at the poker table and somebody sat next to me and helped me the whole game, had me winning money. I ran out of money. He gave me more money.
Okay. That's the type of partner you want. Yeah, that's the type of hookup you want.
Yeah.
Anything else? I'll be like, let me keep my $1.50 I got from my 100. I don't want to lose it.
I know. I gotta I'm gonna chill for a while. I've been since I've been stuck in the house, this has been my thing. As soon as I got free, I was like, the casino, it has a pool, it has gambling, it has food. It's just the place to be.
Everything. Vegas got bomb food. The Aria buffet.
Okay. I don't know if the buffets are open. I
know it's scarce because a lot of buffets, they got the people serving everything. So you're not digging in it. But if it's open, hit it up.
Somebody else told me the same thing.
You know.
Hey.
Turn up. What else has been hot this week?
I know. Oh, wait. Maybe I could say. I've been definitely listening to stuff, and I'm confused by a certain fella.
Oh, my Lord.
Maybe that's why they don't have a report. Which is trying to take up a Tory and it's more to the story.
Don't be other guy.
I don't know. It's all right. I mean, that's it. Tory Lanez and all 17 of the songs he decided to talk about Megan Thee Stallion. Are y'all really listening to Toxic? We love a nickname.
Are you listening to Toxic Lanes? Who has pulled into that lane?
Look at the young god. Please talk about Tory.
Listen. Oh, and he know about the Aria buffet. I'm telling you, that thing is a hit. I've been dreaming about it since I went there one time. It's about $45 a plate, but it's worth it.
They got crab legs?
Probably. I think I went for like a brunch time type.
They usually do dinner crab legs.
Huh?
I said they usually do the dinner tab crab legs that I buffet.
Yeah, check it out. Everybody do a crab leg, so
I love a leg.
you got to hit it up and see what they talking about.
Yeah. But Tori, what you thinking, Keeney? Take a moment, breathe in and breathe out.
So, I'm not listening to it. I have no plans to listen to it. I have no interest to listen to it. Shout out to Tasha. You know, my cousin hit me up with conspiracies. Okay. I want the hills of my feet. All right. I want the hills of my feet.
I listened to it a little bit just now. What are the conspiracies? Because I listened and I know what he was saying, and I could understand how people could listen to that and be like, okay, Tori, maybe not.
Right. Brother Jeesh, tell us what you feel about the Tory thing.
Okay, all I'm gonna say is, because y'all now listen, Meg getting shot, that's terrible. Like, I feel terrible about that. I also feel terrible that her personal issues is being broadcasted and everybody is like picking it apart and like picking their sides. Like, that's so terrible and so impersonal. And I know she feels so exposed.
But she broadcasted it. I didn't want to cut you off, but she put it there.
Yeah, so my heart goes out to her. But I would like to say, for one, we was all just rocking when they was all cool. Now, me personally, I listened to the song because on the strength of Ashanti. Like, I love Ashanti, that's my baby. So it's like, that's why I was like, okay, ooh, baby, all that was good. But the minute the shit went left, it's like everybody picks sides. It's like, you like, ooh, team Megan or you team Tory. It's like, this is these people's personal domestic situation. I should not have to. I don't know Tory personally. I don't even know his real name. The same way I don't know Robert. I know R. Kelly. The same way I don't know Christopher Maurice Brown. I know Chris Brown, Breezy. So it's like their personal life and their music is two different things.
It's not.
I have not heard the Tory's album, but if I was to listen to it, I wouldn't want to be banned or outcast from the black community. Like, that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? On top of the trial hasn't happened, we all know that truth is often stranger than fiction. So it's like, let's let all the facts play out. Maybe they're both telling a half truth. You can't like that. Maybe it was some weird shit that happened. I'm sorry.
I'm all for your positivity, but when do you form an opinion about something? You don't ever take a side about anything and decide like, this is what I'm like. That's not religion. You never have proof.
I will after.
No, you don't pick a side after the court says something.
But you understand, you're not going to get any facts from a trial. You're not going to get any of that information.
Y'all two are the ones that. You said what? I'm just saying, I'm not here to pick a side because this is their personal. This is their personal domestic.
It's not
relationship.
It's not their personal relationship. Once she decided to put that out on Instagram, and once he decided to put it in his album, mention her name, talked about the party they were in, the situation, everything, saying they were dating or whatever, keeping shit on the low. Both their mothers died, and that's how they bonded. Saying that he said that he did not shoot her.
Right.
Somebody shot her from behind. She didn't see who did it, and it wasn't him. So he put all of this information out and said, do what y'all will with it. This is my side. You heard what she said. That's not personal anymore. He brought us in. His whole album is about that.
Right.
So he wrote a whole album.
So even still, if he's saying that he didn't, shoot her, and she's saying that she was shot, but he is not the person. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he got arrested for the gun possession, but not for shooting her. So it's like I'm not gonna say y'all, but we're supposed to believe in this system so much, this whole government and this whole innocent to proven guilty. But for this one particular incident, it's like, nope, fuck all of that. He's guilty because I think he's guilty because all men are toxic. And it's like,
and that's what people are saying.
This shit is still unfolding.
I don't think it's going to. Go ahead. I don't think it's going to unfold anymore. Like for me, it wasn't put on Front Street right away. The comments are killing me.
Starfish laid out. And
So
he said that in one of his songs. Got here telling everybody I'm 5'3". He was like, I'm 5'7". I was like, you really? That's the insecurity.
He really had to clarify his height. You're a midget. And that's it. And that's no shame. That's all right, brother. It's okay to be little. It's
and
no
5'7"
problem.
is still short, even if you're 5'7". I mean, you good. Megan was she was down.
She was good with it. And she's 7 foot. So your height isn't a factor. You don't need to prove that to nobody. But that's part of I don't need to ask no questions. My brother shot her at eye level, right in the heels of her feet. Nobody else could have done it.
I don't know. I'm honestly like the way he set up the situation, because she didn't give enough. I don't know what happened, but the way he's setting that shit up was that she got shot from behind, has no idea who shot her. I don't know. And remember what I was saying about him having a lot to lose? He was like, why would I shoot her if I have so much to lose? You got to check the people around you and know who really da-da-da-da. But it's a lot of like just back and forth.
It was nobody in the car but him, his bodyguard, her best friend. And then, more to the story came out just this week where he said, dance, bitch. And then
what?
Shot the back of her feet. So he must have been like, andale, andale, mami, ia.
Oh. I don't know, but I don't know. He's problematic. He's problematic, and I also think that he's doing this to fuck with her. I don't know what's true or what's not. All I know is that woman said that she was purposely shot. She didn't say by who. So somebody shot her. Obviously, it was a man from the statement that she put out.
So
but he was also in there. Sorry, he was also in there talking, like, I think purposely picking at her, saying they were all chilling at Kylie's house, and then she was bugging out and she was drunk. She went out to the car. But him and Kylie was still chilling, and how beautiful Kylie looked and how he always had a crush on her. But if Meg would have left, he would have left with her. He's saying all this in his music. It's just like a diary. He put out a diary.
In the midst of professing his love and revealing that he was in this relationship with Meg.
Yes! It's all over the place.
You're in love with Meg. You're professing your love for her. But you didn't shoot her. Her camp is setting you up. Mm-hmm. And you got crazy love for Kylie, sir.
Weird.
What's up? Like, it's not
weird, like a weirdo. Consistent. The weirdest weirdo in weirdo land.
For me, the way that everything played out solved everything for me. But a lot of people, they like a good old rabbit hole. They like a good old rabbit hole. So like. The way that it rolled out for me seemed like it explained everything. Tory Lanez was on the news for gun possession. He was locked up, blah, blah, blah. That went on for a few days. And then Megan released her first initial statement. And it said, the narrative that is being reported about Sunday's morning events are inaccurate. And I'd like to set the record straight. On Sunday morning, I suffered gunshot wounds as a result of a crime that was committed against me and done with the intention to physically harm me. I was never arrested. The police officers drove me to the hospital where I underwent surgery to remove the bullets. I'm incredibly grateful to be alive, that I'm expected to make a full recovery. But it was important to me to clarify the details about this traumatic night. I'm currently focused on my recovery so I can return back to my life and back to making music as soon as possible. That was her first initial statement ever. She never mentioned Tory. She never said anything about Tory. She had to keep coming back on making statements because people kept pushing. You're not injured. You're not showing your feet in pictures, blah, 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 blah. It was just like the weirdest stuff. So she felt the need to keep coming because people kept
How stupid is that? Like, I'm gonna get shot in my foot and put a pair of flip-flops on tomorrow so I could be like battle wound.
Yeah, I gotta model my heels.
Like, what?
Right. It doesn't make sense.
Dumb stuff.
So then people are like,
I think that's a good point, though. She did not mention Tory ever, and he did not shoot her
because the initial reports was that he got locked up for gun possession. Then it was a video of her on a curb. You couldn't tell she was injured, but then the video came out of her bleeding with her bleeding feet in the street.
Right.
So she kept talking, but then she never said nobody's name, and then his people must have put out something saying that it wasn't the truth. And that's when she was like, it was you who did it. But I didn't report to anybody because I was trying to protect you, even though you hurt me, because I'm afraid for Black men's lives, Black people's lives. Like they're out here killing us and hurting us.
But so she did come out and give a statement saying that he did it?
Huh?
She did come out with a statement saying that he did it?
She said it on live.
Okay, I did not.
And Jeesh is asking, why is she protecting the man if he just tried to kill her?
I understand that perfectly.
I mean, I get that, but I think that that's the initial thing. You're still in that protective mode. Like,
you know how women know
we don't know. We don't know. We haven't been in their shoes.
It's a female thing. And I think the same thing happened with Breonna. Somebody may hurt you, but that doesn't mean you want their whole life destroyed.
Right.
That means like, I will never fuck with you again. You're cut off from my life because I don't want that energy around me. But I understand that sentiment. Like as a Black man, I don't want everything to fall apart from you. Hopefully, like you can get it together, but not near me anymore. Like this is over.
But that narrative has happened so much.
I know.
Women are getting beat up and down walls and they protect men every day. Just because it was a gunshot, it doesn't mean that she's not going to protect him. I mean, it's a typical narrative. It's nothing new. It's nothing new.
And I'm honestly like up in the air about it. I don't even know. Like part of me is like, yo, that's the right thing to do. Like men, like Black men get a lot of shit in this country. And like, you don't want that hurt to come from you as a woman. But that is not our responsibility to be hurt and damaged by men and then go to protect them to make sure that they're kept safe.
But that's what people are saying. Like Black women aren't protected, where they're constantly trying to protect.
But
and
I understand that feeling. I truly do. And I feel like on a much lower level, like crazy. I've definitely done that before. Like, yo, you treated me like crap, but I'm not trying to destroy you. Go and be great, but like, you can't do it near me.
I feel like it's a lot of people's story. Like, even though somebody hurt you, you still got love for them. You still want them to be okay, blah, blah, blah. Meg ain't no different than the rest of us. And she's a youngin'. She's not 45. She's still 25, 26 doing young girl shit. You know what I'm saying? They probably got in an argument. They were playing too much. He shot her in the feet. It couldn't have been like, I want to blow your ankles off, but he could have been playing too much and the gun went off. So I was talking to my cousin, and she was saying that she feels like they are both setting this up to make money.
Possible.
And that, and I'm like, this is like, I like to think real black and white. I don't have time to go down a rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, her initial statements were very genuine and straight and clear to the point. You know what I'm saying? You can't always take what somebody's saying and run with it. People can lie with a straight face.
Yeah.
So
it happens. I think that these things happen, serious part of their lives. They take it seriously, all that stuff. Now, I don't know about this situation, but that thinking doesn't seem like so far off to me, because if something is happening to you anyway, you're in the middle of like a political or, you know, what is that? Like, you know, in the internet or whatever, you're in this public social thing that's going on. You're on the tip of everybody's tongue. They're talking about you anyway. What is your power to flip that script? Like, you know, how do you gain your popularity back or get people back on your side or whatever? Switch, you know, turn it into something that you can make money off. It's like a whole, you know, a big thing, and then see what happens. I don't know. I don't know if it happened in this situation, because that seems very serious from her side, and like somebody got
very serious. And like,
I feel like
trauma. You can see the trauma on her when she's talking. Like, I'm all for the jokes and the funniness, but like, in all honesty, I can't play with the subject matter. Like, the girl got hurt. I've loved her from the first day because she just seems so genuine and cool, blah, blah, blah. I don't know her. You know, sometimes we be committed to shit. We don't know the people. But I just feel like she was a genuine person. So I got this message right here. I'm fully convinced Tory and Meg came together to paint this narrative and collect coin. First, she got in 2 feet, which is superb aim because it's the heels. Feet has the most bones in the body. Didn't touch one bone. Meg instantly healed and dropped some music.
He said that in the song. Shot and I didn't hit 1 tendon or bone.
The same way people get bones to their fucking head and survive. Like, what are y'all saying?
Yeah, I agree with that, King. People have been shot in their whole face. 50 Cent got shot 9 times and he's buff as hell.
I work in psych. This man came to my hospital floor with his face blown off and put back together again in a failed suicide attempt.
Ugh.
His nose was a plastic tube.
Stop.
Nobody y'all cannot outline what the injury should have been on this girl.
And we also know Tory was a fucking marksman. Like,
but they're both.
He's not young. He's back here.
And they're both very strategic because Meg she's been doing that. Like after every little event, she drop a little single. So it's like, bam, he dropped the album. Now
so that's another question. Do you think that because this stuff is happening, they should stop working? That they shouldn't drop?
Yeah, I should stop listening to Tory.
So I was about to say, I think that he does. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm wiping my. Shout out to Live TV. I feel like his dusty, raggedy, toxic ass should not have dropped an album. Like, you never said one word and then you drop a whole album.
Yeah.
You were quiet and went and created an Insta album to talk about JoJo, China Doll, Asian Doll, the
Marisa. Who else was it? Masika, whatever the hell her name is. What is it?
He did
Kalani.
He did some dudes too, though. I forgot. He did a lot of people.
He did not do dudes.
He did some dudes.
They are above his height. He does not do that.
He did. Like he did like little like side things. It wasn't as direct. Like he mentioned like you're friends with Jigga, whatever, blah blah blah, and about him owning his masters. And he mentioned a few other people as well. I can't remember, but he was mentioning names and stuff. Like it wasn't like it was mainly women. He was talking like real trash to women, but yeah, so.
He must have really been hurt by a woman in his life. Maybe his mama wasn't around. So then he also tied. Here we go with messy Tory, toxic Tory. He turned
TT.
Proceeds from the album are going to Breonna Taylor. The release date was the date that his mom passed away.
Systematic. I don't care how, like, systematic.
You have been silent because you shot somebody, allegedly. And you're writing a whole album about it?
Can I ask
and then people are saying WAP came out. I was like, WAP is Cardi B's song. All of these people are some of the hottest artists out right now. They don't need to write a full Tyler Perry play to make a hit go to number one.
Right.
Anything Cardi does goes to number one. Anything Meg goes to number one. So automatically them together is going to do double what they do individually. They are hot. The video was a production. It was done months before what happened. I don't think that should be tied together.
I have two things. I'm going to play devil's advocate in a second. But one, damn it, I lost it.
Because it's not meant to be said.
Hush, Keem. All right. No, it was the other thing that I was going to say about Tory. Let me just give it 1 second. What were you saying?
About them being big stars and they wouldn't have to do all of this just to go to number one.
All right. No, I don't know what that other thing I was going to say was. But anyway, do you think that Tory took a page from the Queen? When something happens in Beyonce's life, she does not speak. She puts it in the music. We didn't hear anything about the elevator until we heard that song.
I feel like sis is very messy. He beefs with females. He's done it before. And I feel like
about Beyonce. I was like, I'm messy.
I love my babe. B is corny. Like she's Ave Maria, you know?
Yes.
Ave Maria. She's very tough in her music, but she's like mute in person. She allowed Solange to beat her husband's ass. Okay.
And sat down silently like a ghost in the corner.
She was
and then she just swept her dress aside like I'm not
she turned into a whole gangster rapper, but okay. So I don't feel like any of that makes sense. Like they wouldn't have to do all of this in order to be like.
But do we agree with it or not? Like, should you be? Is it cool as an artist to not say nothing to your audience and put it in your music? Because that's what they used to tell Azealia Banks to do all the time. Like, stop talking on Twitter and make your music and put it in your music. That is a thing that people do.
I feel like that makes sense for some things, but I feel like you shooting somebody is very serious.
Yes.
And you're making a mockery of it by, he still has not talked to us.
Right.
You went and made an album. You're mad at people for not talking to you. You're mad at Kehlani for not talking to you. For all she know, you did it. You have not said anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I feel like that's not appropriate to be talked about in an album. Yeah. Thank you.
Like, I understand that. If it's something very serious, you need to say something.
And still has not said something, but then went and talked about I Respect You, Rick, to Rick Ross. Okay.
Oh, this is what I was going to say. We also have to remember what Tory was just doing on Instagram and how he may view women. He was on the Boosie with his, get on live, shake it, show it, titillate us, get us excited. You know what I'm saying? Like he was doing his whole thing. And I people like to have fun. Those women went on there voluntarily. I understand all of that. But I do think that says something about like you and your view of women when you do something like that.
Yeah. That homie got issues. Sis got issues.
Heard you said.
Because I feel like you're fighting with these females, like you tearing down JoJo, you tearing down all these female rappers, blah, just females, period. Like you coming at their neck for what?
And then you want to big up the Queen Kylie Goddess and say you always had a crush on her. And it's just so weird. Like it's just, he did that on purpose to mess with her. And it's like, yuck.
But I do like her responses at this point, which is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
She's just been living her life and doing what it is.
That's not her fault. That's him putting her in the middle of that.
Yeah, I feel it. It's cray. So
it really is. I don't know. I wish her all the best. I hope that that this shit doesn't get more messy for her. It's like the beginning of her career. Like, what a shit thing to happen when you
There was one more conspiracy that I seen that was on Instagram, and I feel like the person just was playing.
Mm-hmm.
But they wrote some shit. This is in honor of brother Jeesh.
Big him up. We're holding space for you, Jeesh.
Right after Tory Lanez got his masters back and went independent, this all went down.
He said that on the album.
He was also speaking. Huh?
He's creating these conspiracy theories. He said that on his album. That's what he said is happening to him. As soon as
know how them dark alleyways talk. He know how them dark alleyways think.
And then he brought up Michael Jackson. As soon as Michael Jackson got his masters, what happened to him? As soon as this person got their masters, what happened to him? You're not Michael Jackson, bro.
You don't have Mike's story. You don't have Prince's story.
Yeah.
You shooting people. You shooting feet. Your story ain't the same. So then they went on to say he was also speaking about exposing the industry right before the Meg incident. Anybody that can't see and understand that they framed him and that the music industry is evil is just a bot. Also, Megan was already popping, but hit a new level with WAP after this incident. She clearly sacrificed Tory's reputation for her selfish desire, and for all my gun enthusiasts, they said the gun Tory Lanez shot Megan with was a 45. if anybody knows, let me say, if anybody knows anything about guns, then you would know how big a 45 bullet is. So explain how could you get shot with a 45 round and not hit any? It's too much.
I even feel like that. I don't know what
I
size
give up.
45 is. And I feel like this is how people manipulate shit now. This is like Trumpism speak. And no, I don't know how big a 45 is, but neither do most people. So you can say it, and most people are going to believe it because they don't know.
And they're gonna be like,
oh, now,
brother.
I just don't appreciate how we know that Hollywood is very weird, and like Keem and sometimes Moni, y'all push this black and white logical thing, and like some shit just don't make sense. We know that man got shot. We know that Tory is denying shooting him, and he's also manipulating the situation by making an album. That's all we know. He has not went to jail for shooting this lady. He has not. Why is that? Hey, Sam.
Hi, Sam. I don't know. It is weird, but then it's like, it is very weird. But I also feel
not black and white.
No,
one don't always equal two. Sometimes it's 1 times 1, and that equals 1 also.
What? And the damn arithmetic are you?
But I feel like it is weird, and it's how do you discern who to listen to and who to not listen to? Because I feel like you can't and say I'm gonna listen to this, but not this. If you don't know any of that stuff.
So for me, go ahead.
Just like R. Kelly, like not to bring him up because that was nasty, but like I don't know Robert, so I can't listen to R. Kelly because of what Robert did. Like, so if he became a fireman and you was dying, he came to save you, gonna say no, fireman, you're Robert.
People do that.
No.
People do that.
Retarded. That's retarded.
It is. But people do that in terms of race. No, I don't want your black ass touching me, Dr. Black Ass. People do that. I don't want you to save me because I don't like what you did. So for Robert, stop taking up for Robert. He has pissed on
taking up for Robert. I'm taking up for R. Kelly because he gave me some classics.
You don't know. That's not a thing. You can still listen to R. Kelly's music if you choose, but majority of people find what he did to be so disgusting that they can't stomach it. And you're not
I can respect that. I can respect that. I'm not gonna force them music on him, but don't tell me that or don't judge my character based off of the music that I listened to and already became.
It's perfectly okay for you to want to do that.
Hit the airwaves. Like this cancel culture, I don't agree with it. We are human. I don't want y'all to be like, oh, Josh got dread. I ain't playing his music when my shit dropped. Don't do me like that. Like, just don't do that.
It's a different level though, Jeesh. It's a different level because what I'm saying is that what he possibly did was so serious. I can't play with that.
And I don't think it's possible. It's not possible. Like he did it. That means that
for me, what R. Kelly did for me, I can't play with. I don't want to hear "Step in the Name of Love" no more. I don't want to hear that no more because what he did was too much. The connection is too close. They are the same person, R. Kelly and Robert.
Because you know who you are. You know who you are. I can say there's plenty of sides to my personality. And I can do some things that are left, some things that are over here, over there. But I'm never going to be like, oh, let me divide myself.
It's separate.
Shit and not be called the cannibal from the other. All right, Beyonce and Sasha Fierce. She has merged. Like, I understand. Right. It's a phase. We go through it until you can fully be yourself in the world. But then that's it. Like, right. You cannot separate the beautiful music genius and the man who rapes.
Right. No, you cannot.
I'm not able to do I'm not, and that separate that don't work for me. That's
like my coworkers, they'll play it at work, and I'm like, y'all can listen to this. It's in a joking way. You're my coworker. You're not I'm not connected to you, but I'll be like, y'all can listen to this. Like, I can't do it. She's like, yep, I can. Yep, I'm good. And it doesn't mean that she's okay with what he's done, but she's okay with still rocking to his hits. That's fine for you. I can't do it.
And I want to say, like, honestly, that goes both ways. And I wish Jeesh was here to hear this because it's like, yes, he constantly says that we are judging him because we think more like, I guess, what he assumes the majority thinks and that he has this radical opinion. But I want, like, I feel like when he states his radical opinion, he is also judging us.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that judgment goes both ways. If you differ,
like we're basic minded.
yes, because we follow the wave and we just follow what everybody else does. No, we're not doing that. We just disagree, and that's okay. You're judging us and we're judging you. That's going to happen when people are passionate about something and they have a strong opinion, and that's fine. We never said we were canceling Jeesh or like anybody who thinks like him. Y'all could do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But no. I don't know. I was watching that movie the other day.
Jeesh got a message for you, Mo.
Yes, Jeesh. Let me know. Talk to me, boo.
Talk to her. Yeah, like it doesn't mean that nothing. Go ahead.
We can agree to disagree for sure. Yes, but you be judging us. That's the part. You be judging us. So whenever you feel judged, know that I feel the same way.
We're going to forever be part conspiracy over here. It's part of ingrained in the family.
Sometimes I get in it. Sometimes I get in it.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Mo be like, I was thinking some things that maybe possibly.
Because you never know. It is like Jeesh said, it's weird. They do like weird things and you don't know. You can only like figure out from the bits and pieces that you get. And it's like, we could play around with that. But at the end of the day, we don't know.
Right. I think that is what it is. At the end of the day, you don't know. I don't like. Y'all still think I'm a Trump supporter?
I cannot.
Tonight is the night of the first presidential debate, and I'm gonna be there with popcorn. Like,
Jeesh, and you could come back next week and talk and be fair, and we could talk about it.
Yes, go ahead and watch the thing and be fair to your towards Trump.
Be fair to all political parties as the election comes closer.
Uh-huh. Listen, who knows? For me, I don't like toxicity. I don't like the drama. So for right now, Tory did some toxic shit that's unacceptable. And until something is proven, then that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll come to light, it'll come clearer. But as for me, I seen her in the street bleeding. You know what I'm saying? I seen his ass with his nose smashed into the cement. And I felt like he did that because he was scared knowing that he did something wrong. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, that painted a clear picture. He was already on the floor.
I don't know about that. He just may know how to behave when he's around cops. That's a...
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I took it. But who knows? He could have just been like, I'm just going to comply and get the fuck down. Like, that's just what it is.
They made that girl get down on the floor in her shorts. She was like, I don't have no panties. They was like, get down.
Like a thong bikini, two-piece.
Yeah. They are rough. And that's harsh on your knees. Oh, they don't care.
It's a hot mess, y'all.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Okay.
Get into that debate tonight. See what's up. Join us next week. We are definitely going to mention it. I know we didn't want to keep talking about politics, but it's good. There's too much going on.
We're going to bring it back around next week.
Yes. Show us some comments, some love. Hit us on Instagram. We love to hear from you. Thank you, everybody in the episode lighting up. Jeesh.
Shout out. No, you did it in honor of Jeesh. Hey. He'll be with us live and in living color next week.
Yes.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Peace out.